Hello. We're going to go over the materials list. This is all of the, these are all of the contents that will be delivered to you in your Fedex package. And on top of everything, there will be this material list. And I'm going to go through that piece by piece so you know what's in there and you know what it's for. There will be in there 6 copies of the meeting agenda. When you first go on board, you have to have a meeting with the senior officers. We print 6 copies of the agenda so that you can take those 6 copies to that meeting and hand it out to them. Now, Costa do have an agenda that they use, but it's not quite the same, and you'll find this works better for you. So just take charge of the meeting, hand everyone a copy, go through the agenda, address each item and check it off as you're done, and then you should be done at least easily within 45 minutes, I believe. So look for 6 copies of the agenda. There will be, for each course that is taught, a final exam and answer key. On the final exam, the answers are either in italics or bolded, and then the page number is put on the side. So you'll get the final exam for each course delivered. There will be 3 of these. Then there will have the correct answer bolded and the page number to find the answer in the manual. When you're marking the papers, go to the back page, the very last page, and there's a cheat sheet so you can just go down and mark them. You'll be singing these grades before you know it. A, D, D, true, false, true, and on to the next page and so on and so forth. So make sure you have one of those. This usually comes in a folder, and we give you 3 of these folders. Inside the folder will be the answer key, and also you'll have the certificates. So we will send you certificates for each course. Please keep account of the certificates. If they accidentally misprint the certificates, please collect those and send those back. So if we send you 40 certificates for 105 and we find out 30 people took the course, I'm looking for 30 people on the roster and 10 returned certificates in the package that you return. So you get 3 folders. They'll be labelled up here with the course number, and on top of the certificate we put a yellow sticky stating how many certificates you have. There will be pre-labelled yellow envelopes, 1 for each course. Inside here you put all of the completed tests, you put the trainer report, you put the sign-in sheets, the original sign-in sheets, all go back in this envelope. There will be a label on top for you to check everything off. So there should be 1 for each class that you, each session that you teach. There will be an envelope. Put it in, and then wet it and seal it. And the reason is that stuff is confidential with the grades. So when you give a package to Costa to send, they cannot access that stuff. And it has happened in the past, so we have everything sealed now. We'll send you 8 thank you cards. These are little Johnson & Wales thank you cards. There's 8 of these. You can use them as you will, write inside them. It's always a good protocol to leave 1 for the captain and at least 1 for the hotel director, thanking them for their services. Even if they weren't that great, it'll help set up goodwill for the next professor that goes on board. And anyone else that has been a particular help for you. If you need more in future, then just let me know. But originally we send out 8. There's attendance procedures. I will be going over these attendance procedures in a separate video, but you will find 1 copy of the attendance procedures in there for you to use as a reference while on board should you have a question or anything. There's some pages of an email capture list. I do send out a newsletter. There's a little picture of the newsletter up here, and all we want is their first name, last name and email. Please, please, please make sure it's legible. If it's unclear, ask them and print it in yourself. I haven't seen all of your writing yet, so maybe that's a good idea or not, I don't know. But please make it legible. There will be 2 letters to the hotel secretary. 1 has an address of Johnson & Wales and 1 has an address of Genoa. All of the yellow packets, the leftover certificates, exams, evaluations come back to Johnson & Wales. 2 things go back to Genoa: unused exams and unused manuals. When you receive your boxes in your cabin with all of the materials in, keep the empty boxes as you start to use the materials. Keep 2 of the better ones to use for your package to send stuff back. So Here's a letter. You can put the name of the hotel secretary, you can sign it, and it tells them who to address it to. All the detail is taken care of for you there. We also have some business cards. I put in business cards. If anybody has a question on any previous tests, or they want to know something, just give them one of my business cards. They can contact me at the office. Also, we give you a couple of boxes of markers so that when you do the flip charts it looks good, because we found when they give you markers on board, they're not always in the best condition. And that's pretty much everything that you're going to get in your package. Oh, you will also get a folder like this with a printed copy of the new course. So this is just black and white print until you go on board and you get your manual. I do suggest that when you go on board you keep a copy of the manual and put your notes right into it. As well as the student book in here, so we give you the student book, and then in the back we print out the PowerPoints with the note pages underneath. This is good for you to put your notes in on the way you deliver your class, so you may want to take this with you. We only send you this for the courses you have not taught before. So if you're a new instructor or a new professor, you'll get 3 of these in your package, one for each of the courses. And that's it for the FedEx package that you'll be receiving.